Hi, I'm Dr. Roland Roberts. I was advising a high achiever this past week, and he was sharing some of the struggles that he's going through. And he said this phrase after he got done explaining what the challenge and the struggle was. He said, but I know I just need to get over it. I just need to deal with it and move on. And it struck me because I think many people in our industry and in our business apply that same faulty logic to their business and to their success, to their own peril and demise, really. Okay, so for example, take the very thing that you do not like to do. You maybe even hate doing it. It's uncomfortable for you. Maybe it's prospecting. Maybe it's trying to recruit new clients. Maybe it's closing. Maybe it's giving presentations or standing up in front of people or just being disciplined. Maybe it's some personal habits that you struggle with forming. And successful people or books you read or people you listen to in speeches and such, well, you get to the end of it and they don't take, any excuses, and I don't either. And so you're working with somebody, and so you're just kind of like, get over it. I don't care. Just do it. But if you stop and think about that for just a moment, from an advisor's perspective, you're not going to just get over it. You may do it in spite of. You may do it and you may face your fear of prospecting and of rejection is really what your fear is of, not of prospecting. You like talking to people. You probably enjoy people. You just don't like being told no, or you don't like being looked at funny, or you're trying to fight for that respect, self-respect, really, but outward and credibility with others, and you're trying to maintain whatever semblance of a brand that is comfortable for you and respectable for you. And so you have all these different dynamics going on in your mind. And then you have somebody who says, well, if you want to do this, if you want to be here and you're here, you have to do that. So just do it. Just get over it and don't think about it, and it'll be fine. And there are some things in life where that's great advice. If you're jumping on a tire swing and then falling into the river and it's just kind of scary because it's 5 extra feet, taller, or you're diving from a higher platform, or, logical things that are controlled fear, that's very different than what I'm talking about. I am talking about relationship issues. I'm talking about crisis in business, where people, or even failure, and people just say, well, get over it. Well, before you get over it, I want you to deal with it. And not the way most people say it. Most people offend you and they say, well, just deal with it. Get over it. Move on. That's not how I want you to deal with it. I want you to deal with it by addressing it. Deal with it by confronting it. And I know that's awkward. It's hard. Most people do not like confrontation, and we avoid it at all costs. The good news is the confrontation is going to be with yourself. Okay? You need to address it, because if you don't, you're going to harbor that bitterness and resentment, which could take years and years and decades and more money than you even want to think about to even try to get at the root of your lack of success or glass ceiling or glass wall that you can't break through. And it's because of some deep-seated, deep-rooted bitterness and resentment from something that you just got over, that you just dealt with it, deal with it and move on. The problem is you dealt with it by trying to get over it, and you never have, because getting over it does not work. You can't just get over your fear of cold calling. You can't just get over your fear of doing certain things, because there are other intrinsic issues that are causing those things. Now, 1 out of 10, yes, they're the ones that can quit cold turkey no matter what they're addicted to or whatever they're on. They're the ones that make the decision, and that's all she wrote. It is done. That's the exception. That is not the rule, and I'm speaking to the rule here. Okay, so in your life and in your business this week, what is it that you need to deal with, and deal with it by addressing it, getting help from your sponsors, your mentors, the people in life that you trust? Who is it? What is it that you need to address and confront within yourself? Why do I struggle making 10 sales calls a day or 50 sales calls a day? Why do I do great presentations, but then I refuse to close? I mean, I flat out refuse. Why is that I spend all this time doing all these things and then I don't do the very thing that it needs to? Or why do I only focus on this and it causes these other problems, and then I am stuck in the same rut and don't get the results that I want over and over and over and over. And then I blame the system. How do I break this failure paradigm? And once you discover what that is for you, I want you to deal with it, not get over it, because dealing with it and addressing it is the only way to get over it. Have a great week.